This is a situation that happened on a little Class 1 rapid on the Guadalupe River a couple of years back. So the person who's stuck is definitely stuck in a sweeper. It's a tree that has fallen down, but what you can't see is that the branches of the tree actually go under the water, so it's a strainer. And even though it's a Class 1 rapid, it was a pretty dangerous situation. So there's a couple of problems that you can see. First of all, the kayaker is in a pretty big boat. I think it was like a 14-foot. It might have even been a fishing kayak. So he had to make a move past the first strainer to his right to get to the point where I have a star. And that boat was just not maneuverable. The second problem is if you look at his PFD, he does not have the proper PFD for even a Class 1 rapid. That's probably something that he used while fishing. So if he were to fall over, I don't know what would have happened, but it wouldn't have been as buoyant as it had to have been. Third thing you'll see, he's just wearing a hat. He's not wearing a helmet, and most everybody else in the picture is wearing a helmet, because even in a Class 1 rapid, if you flip over and there's rocks there, you're going to hurt your head. So that in itself was an issue. The fourth thing that you can see is his position. He's leaning back in the kayak. And if you ever want to make yourself fall out of a kayak, why, just lean backward. He should be either sitting up straight to maintain his center of gravity, or perhaps even hanging onto a branch. I can't remember how close the branch was to him. And finally, you'll see that there's three people helping me pull the rescuer who's behind the boat and the kayaker to safety, and that's called belaying. And that's a good indication of how it helps to have people who know what they're doing work with you to rescue someone. So the moral of this story is that even though this was a very, very simple Class 1 rapid, the person was doing a lot of things wrong and wasn't properly equipped. And it could have been a pretty dangerous situation, but fortunately there were a bunch of us who knew how to get them